It's a condition that affects over 2 million postmenopausal Canadian women, and it's keeping couples out of the bedroom. Vaginal atrophy, or VA, is a chronic condition of menopause, and a new international study called Closer reveals that 6 in 10 women say their sex lives are suffering due to its symptoms. Symptoms of VA include dryness, burning, itching, irritation, and painful intercourse. Despite the physical and emotional burden of VA, women are still uncomfortable discussing it with their partner. The study also reveals that Canadian men are among the most likely to say they don't want to talk about VA. In contrast, if a woman's partner was suffering from erectile dysfunction, or ED, 3 out of 4 women would talk about it with their partner. 86% of men say they would discuss ED with their partner, and 83% would discuss it with their healthcare professional. Dr. Vivian Brown, a family physician and certified menopause expert, recently presented the Canadian data.
I think vaginal atrophy has been a hard topic to talk about because often healthcare professionals don't necessarily ask a patient about their symptoms, and women may not discuss this with their partners or with each other. As we've seen erectile dysfunction become part of the day-to-day language in the last little while, I think we're starting to get a little more comfortable with VA or vaginal atrophy.
As a result of VA symptoms, 66% of women fear sex would be too painful, and 30% feel sex is less satisfying. In addition, 68% of men say they have sex less often because of VA, and 30% feel sex is less satisfying. Joan Boone and her husband know what it's like to have their relationship impacted by VA. However, rather than give up on their intimacy, they took matters into their own hands.
The intimacy with my husband was affected greatly, in that I was not interested. He was, and you can only push someone away so many times before a wedge is created between the two of you, and that's not a good thing.
According to the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of Canada, SOGC, effective treatment options are available for VA with local estrogen therapy as a standard of care. The survey reveals that with the appropriate treatment, Canadian women with VA say their sex life had improved. 55% say sex is less painful, and 43% say it is more satisfying. Canadian men reported that since their partner had started treatment, they find sex less painful and look forward to sexual intimacy.
Well, we know that vaginal atrophy, or VA, really has an impact for women and for their partners. What we find is that it affects intimacy, it affects women's self-esteem, it affects their relationship. And what's really exciting is we can now do something about this if we start the conversation. I think it's really important for women to talk to their doctors or healthcare professionals about treatment options for vaginal atrophy, because there are good treatment options out there.
I went to see my doctor. I got treatment. I'm so happy that the treatment worked so well. And I came home and told my husband all about what I was going to be using and how simple it was. And of course, he was very excited to see that there was going to be a change. And there was, pretty quickly for me, I can tell you. It was within a couple of weeks, I was feeling pretty sexy again.
For more information about VA and to learn what you can do, visit www.thebigow.ca.